Onwards, noble steed, we ride at dawn! Hey, but welcome back to more ReFantazio. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time, did a couple more follower things, whatever, including getting the commander class from Barden. And this time, still got a little bit more time before the path to Brylehaven opens. So, we'll go and hang out with people, but we're actually going to hang out with Hulkenberg because then we can at least make it, like, even. So let's make our way over.
Are you free?
What we do today, with the specifics, would be prudent to use our time in improving our chances and building our strength. If you have the time to continue our training, you know, despite Stroll's little outburst the other day, he's been quite diligent in his training since. Well, you can't fall behind now.
Speaking of...
But I recall our practice stones were broken. So you'll go and buy new ones at the capital's weapon shop. It would be a simple thing to teleport there, yes? I'm glad we found some sturdier sparring swords. Hopefully they shall win me some measure of redemption for the other day,
Listen!
On the authority of the Knight's orders, your crime shall be repaid with death. That voice, is that Rodolphe? Remember, he's my former comrade that we met before. Do it.
Wait!
Hold! We've visited Hulkenberg. I'll ask you not to interrupt my duties. This is your duty. What Knight Commander presides over executions?
Speak no more.
It is only right. Those who do this nation harm shall be punished.
So then...
What exactly has he done? Treason! This fool, a petty officer of the military police, slandered the honor of the Royal Knights. Honor? What honor? The Royal Knights of today are honorless! You've forgotten any oath to the throne. Now you're just dogs barking on command. You should bring me a whip. Hanging is not enough. You cannot be serious. This insolence is why you would have him killed? This after all the trifling sinners you sent to the gallows. Righteous fury rings forth from a hypocrite's mouth. Now die, dishonorer. Ride like the maggot you are.
Heed my words.
Treason's only reward is death. Therein lies atonement. Whether for the knights or the people. They could kill me for any reason they liked.
Rodolphe.
This is beyond outrageous. If offers nothing less than public butchery. Maintain the capital's orders the Knight's duty. It is only natural to punish those who spread lies.
You...
Have you sold your soul to the Sanctists? We were blinded by the prospects you'd win by their coronation. It only matters who takes the throne, as long as the Royal Knights still stand to flank it. This, you see, is the role of one who has risen to the post of Knight Commander. One's burdens are different from those of the freewheeling and the frivolous like yourself.
You cur.
You insolent coward! You poisoned toad! Is this the shape of your so-called loyalty? Bold words. One would think your friend seeks the hangman's noose yourself.
Hang on a second.
Please, let's... What are you... I apologize. You don't have to say anything. It's almost comical. Boys clearly possess more sense than you. Pity stays my hand today, but there will not be a next time.
Tis wrong.
Power is not a tool to torment and kill the innocent. It's meant to guide the weak and vulnerable, that each and every one of us might live together in a better country.
Apologies.
Well, I apologize. I forced you into my troubles again.
Listen.
He's the one in the wrong. Well, the same. I'm glad you were here with me. Who knows what would have happened had I been alone. So in my heart, I expected he might still understand me. I would count such blind faith among my weaknesses. It should never be me who strays from the path of virtue. I only ask that you remind me of my purpose, under any circumstance. I entrust this to you. I'm definitely not getting the correct answers on these to get the maximum magla, but it doesn't really matter too much.
The truth is...
I am partly to blame for Rodolphe's brutality. No, the days are just me exhausted. We'll speak more of this some other time, away from prying ears. Man behind Hulkenberg, I feel I've seen him before. Yeah, I'm really only focused on getting the correct answers on the skill boosts, because those ones actually have some effect on your real gains. Okay. We have nothing to do at night, which is a little bit of a shame.
Why? What now?
What are we at for our virtues? Where's virtues? Virtues. Square. Tolerance, we could maybe go. Courage, we're close to 3. Eloquence. See, I'm not sure what to do when there's nothing here. I guess I guess I can work up tolerance.
We meet again.
Let's meet again. Can't you learn about different faiths in this country? Just do not speak again.
Well then.
Let's speak about the relationship between Sanctism and our faith. Sanctism believes there is one true God. Followers relinquish their fears and apprehensions to him as he presides over all of creation. It sounds contrary to our most starry teachings, as we believe in a multitude of deities. That is to say, Sanctism's teachings are quite simple. They easily transcend tribal barriers and then spread across the land.
All right.
The interest you've shown. Some of my foot is lifted away from my heart. There must start living in other cities as well. If you have the chance, do try speaking with them.
Time marches on.
Yeah, the Mastari are such a cool concept. We haven't seen them unmasked before yet, but the fact that they do have to, like, all the time go out with these masks on, you know, it's a nice little thing. We have Maria. What does she give next? I do want that, but I should probably keep a little bit better. Although, yeah, I suppose I could probably try to keep things even. So where is Heismay's on the gauntlet run? I think, yeah. Let's try to keep things easier, or not keep things nice and even in terms of our levels.
It's you.
Well, once we get all more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I just suppose I could ask your help with something. I know I'm imposing, but remember we spoke about finding a spot to lay my son to rest? I came across a nice place the other day.
My thanks.
Well then, let's let it go as a cemetery on the outskirts of town. Plenty of new graves, possible victims of dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy finds solace here among many his own age. It seems they don't cremate their dead here. I don't want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here singed to pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in.
That means...
And shall we look somewhere else?
Thanks.
My thanks. I think we do well to check other options.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest? If you don't mind indulging me just a bit further. Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No.
Battering footsteps from beasts among the trees, smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows, too. Might be too dangerous. I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing the tree. I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations if you don't mind. I'm the careful type, Heismay. And it's not just me. You'll find most UGs do this. We contemplate and hesitate until we are perfectly content with our decision.
The truth is...
All UGs travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea. Some bury them beneath the great tree. That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that contemplation, they come back to where they started. This people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision, looked down on them for it. As I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woe.
Even so...
That being said, this isn't your concern. You already done more than enough for me.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. We'll give as much star as you need. Are you certain? You truly are not. Then might we take it to the gauntlet run out again. This time I'd like to see a full of open space. Maybe we're just imagining things.
What happened?
No.
What is it? Looks just like a place my son loved.
My son.
I think it was around this time he started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through the grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, 'tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know it is just an empty fantasy. He endured so much pain.
My apologies.
Apologies. I didn't mean for you to see me like that, but yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. And the silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle. There is a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run, the wind in his face, and yet... So I want to keep looking somewhere
Not
else?
so.
That's not it. I just have one thing that's holding me back. The sweet smell of the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies.
What?
So now remember about your hometown?
No.
It occurred to me, yes, but when I've visited once ever since I left, I sincerely doubt they won't be back. The wind blows in my home sweeter than any I've known.
Let's go.
Let's just go and see. But no, you're right. I cannot let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper
I'm in
peace.
your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home soon. It feels like something I'd have never realized alone. I'm grateful our paths crossed.
He.
We do from Heismay, keep inherit of thieves' virtues, new heroic embodiment, the assassin. It's gonna be a while until we do anything with assassin, probably. Thank you for with my indecisiveness at the least. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you spare the time. For now, let us rejoin our comrades. Oh yeah, for tonight. Still no followers. That's a shame. Checking out the assassin. The assassin is kind of a... They're a weird class. They have the opportunity to OHKO enemies with Assassinate and Elusive Dream. Of course, extra evasion is very nice. Steal. Also, of course, keep doing dark damage. They're just a weird class in general. But Godkiller is a baller name. Let's see.
Let's go.
What do we get next? Well, let's work on imagination. You can protagonist won't survive that job. That's entirely untrue.
Oh.
Now, say that I'm getting a look at you. You happen to be Elda. My word, are you indeed? Did you come bread? Oh, do you don't know the old tale? One of the thief king and the Elder's bread. His tale is one with fresh baked bread, dearie. Would you like me to tell it to you?
What do you want to do?
Listen to our story. Ooh, this makes me rather nostalgic. Once upon a time. A gift arrived in a faraway village. It was a box, and inside this box were 8 delicious-looking loaves of bread. 8 people gathered around it, each belonging to a different tribe. Rusant, Rogue, Clemmer, Eugene, Mistari, Nydia, Parapus, and Ishtia. Eugene jumped up and down in excitement and said we could share them. That way we all get to have one. But the Rusant man shook his head. Why would you chief like you need a whole loaf? I need a larger portion, he said. The old rogue woman spoke, saying, you must respect your elders. Clemmer scoffed at this. This bread's clearly causing a quarrel, so I'll be in charge of it, said the Clemmer woman. The other 7, of course, were none too happy about the plan. The Eugene boy muttered quietly, we really ought to share it all between us. No one had a mind to listen. The starry man leaned closely to the boy and told him, you're right, you know, but the wise move here is just to give up. And the starry man left along with the Eugene boy. And then there remained 6 tribes for 8 loaves. We clearly can't share it equally, Clemmer said. Then the Ishka finally spoke. Split the remaining 2 loaves into 3. That way, it would be split equally among the 6 of us. The Nydia woman quickly agreed. Away she was, saying she would grab a knife and return soon. The Parapus man laughed. Finally, I get to have bread. The remaining 3 made sour faces indeed. Oh, would you look at the time? We'll have to continue this another time. I promise we'll get to the end next time.
All right.
Lots of time involved.
Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right then.
Yeah, Maria wants to chat. Of course, Stroll's been waiting for a while, but... oh well. Skill issue and whatnot.
Mister.
Hi, mister. Well, it's Miss Fabienne, and I want to talk to Papa, too. I want to ask you something. Actually, never mind, it's nothing. I want to go to the cathedral. Miss Fabienne, she said that Papa was always watching over people. So I thought if Papa was watching over me, too, then maybe I could talk to him if I went there.
Yeah.
Well then, okay. Go to the entrance looking at us in at Maria's pleading. I wonder if Papa heard me.
Hold on.
What did you tell him? I told him that I'm sorry.
By the
I
way,
thought Papa abandoned me, but I was wrong, so I told him I was sorry. Miss Fabienne said I could tell her anything, so I talked to her about a whole lot of things.
so
I told her about Papa and how lonely it was after he was gone. She listened to me. I was wrong that whole time. I'm sure Papa's very happy for you. Yep, Mister. Papa's job. Do you think I could do it too? Miss Fabienne told me his job was to make sure everyone was okay. I loved when Papa made sure I was okay. When I cried, he gave me a really big hug that always made me feel better. So I want to be like Papa. I want to make sure everyone's okay too. Oh, but I don't know how to fight. Does that mean I can't do it then?
In that case.
Instead of fighting, why don't you concentrate on making people feel happy? That's really all I have to do?
okay.
Then I'll do it. I was going to make sure Miss Fabienne's okay. I wonder what I can do to make her happy. What's something that Miss Fabienne wants? She says she doesn't need anything like pretty clothes, so I was thinking flowers and some snacks and a new sign. She always says the sign got beaten up by the weather. If I make it look pretty again, do you think that'll make her happy?
Wow.
Alright, I'll do just that. I'll make a new sign, so we'll have Papa, and Miss Fabienne, and me and you, all smiling together. The whole family's there. Yeah, I'll be on there too, mister, because this is my home. You know, we'll always be family, okay? Is mister, you one of my treasures too? Did you get the like how Maria, like, pretty quickly takes a little sister approach to Will? Do you know how to make a sign, mister? I don't forget, it also has pretty pictures on it, or...
If so.
What's that yours? He's quite good at drawing.
Huh?
Is that the person who drew those pictures of your journey?
Yeah.
I want to come with you. I want to talk to Mr. Neuris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Come back soon, mister. I can't wait. Neuris feels like he'd either be fantastic with kids or horrible with them. And no in between. And the thing is, I feel... Actually, well... Oh, okay. I definitely know that there would be no in between. But I don't know what side he would actually sit on. Could buy some water on the cheap. But, nah. So we shouldn't have any.
Yep.
Take a look.
Yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure we don't have anything new.
Well met, eh?
We'll finish up the story here. He went to get a knife. Now that the 6 tribes were able to share the 8 loaves of bread equally, the dilemma seemed nearly at its end. And the Clemmer woman pointed at the Parvis man and said, "So we get the same amount as the Parvis? That's not the way of the world," the woman said. The Sun man agreed. Parvis was incensed to be so attacked. "We don't want your stupid bread anyhow," he shouted and took his leave. Watching him walk away, the remaining 4 smiled triumphantly. 8 loaves of bread for 4 tribes. Without waiting for the Nidia who had gone to fetch the knife, the remaining 4 each took 2 loaves and left. You had it right, those who were spurned by injustice, as well as those who were trusted, empty-handed in the end. Then that night, in the G-Flat's pillow, we found a bounty of sweetbread filled with cream, and them Starry Man's savory loaves of wafting a rich aroma. But then he has crispy loaves baked with fruit, and under the Parapus Man's large loaves of moist, fluffy bread. All these appeared in great quantity, for never word for food again. But the other four, those took the bread home for themselves. It said that no matter what they ate, nothing tasted good. Legend has it that it was the Thief King that left those loaves of bread. If revealing his true identity, brought to light injustice and inequality, and disappeared thereafter, king among the shadows. It's quite something, don't you think? Different variations do exist, and some it's an elder who brings the 8 loaves. So, funny comparable, isn't it? The Thief King is pretty great, but the reason it survives the fairy tales because inequality never really went away.
Now then.
Imagination up to 3!
Imagination. Why, that's...
Nice.
Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
One of those blocked by the landslide should be cleared by tomorrow, apparently. We set up for Brilehaven as soon as it reopens. We have acquired the head we sought. But if we're to trust to get in Louis's good graces, we never to stand out further from the other candidates. And after all this, we're still just a bunch of nobodies. We can improve our reputation by helping some of the people around town. A wise suggestion. Some more prep behavior and altruistic deeds are just what we need to gain more recognition. There is also one other thing that we have in store for us. We depart tomorrow. However, right now, if we were to pop on over, this was a really annoying one.
Lovely.
But heading on over to the debate stand, we have Loveless. So we will do the debate with Loveless next time after we do, looks like, Strolls. But until then, see you guys later.